You are now tuned into the Miami ManCave Show with your hosts, Jeff Fox, breaking down all of today's sports news and breaking the internet. Live from Miami and brought to you by Remix Sports Media.
There might be
Bowling Green University finest. Did I get it right?
Homecoming walk-off against Marshall. Thank you.
Did I get it right?
Appreciate you.
Y'all won.
Yes, sir. Yeah, last week.
Okay.
Now, this week, I don't know.
Right,
I just know what happened last. This is Jeff, by the way. Thank you for having me. This is glorious. You got my man Rob Cigars. You got this beautiful vodka, this lovely home. DJ Shelly, yummy, delicious back here. She was ready for that.
She was ready, man.
She was ready for the shout.
We quick over here.
Okay, baby.
We quick over
here. This is lovely. I don't usually luxuriate this deeply.
This is the Miami ManCave, man, where the players play, you know, and it all goes down, man. And Jax, we are so happy to have you.
Thank you, buddy.
You know what I'm saying? Because the very first person I called when I thought of the idea for the ManCave, the whole sports show, was you.
Come on.
You know?
I appreciate that.
And we talked about that about over 2 years ago.
Yes, that's that before the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm Jack, like, what
you're like, brother, you got to come up out of Dade County.
Yeah.
Come see me.
Yeah, man.
I'm so glad we're finally here together.
Hey, man, you're an inspiration to me. Let me just say that right now. You know, for real. You're an inspiration to me.
Thank you.
You always have been. And there are other brown kids of color and other minorities around the world, man, that look up to you because, you know, and I don't want to start on this serious note, but I got to. Bro, you inspire people, man.
Thank you.
Because there are other kids who don't want to be basketball players.
Can't be, right?
And who can't be, right? Who can't hit a jump shot, you know, who want to do other things in life.
Right.
And when I watch you, man, and my son told me, like, you do it well. You do it well, man. What does it feel like for you, man?
Well, I'll tell you, the other day, I was at Ruth Riley Hunter, who has been my partner for 4 seasons now, promoted up into Pat Riley world, with Ellisburg and all that. Recently had her baby shower. And one of the cats who was working the shower, because it was at the arena, pulled me aside. And young cat, cornrows, light-skinned brother, had a grill in, the whole bit, straight up 305.
Right.
Said, you know what I love about your work? Not hi, hello, not, hey, I'm so-and-so, just right to it. You know what I love about your work? Win or lose, you always make me feel good.
Yeah.
And all I could say to the brother was, man, that is the intent.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do. Listen, you know what we say around our place. It's winning and misery.
That's it. No other.
That's all there is.
No other choice.
That's all there is.
Yeah.
So my job is to try to keep your feet out of the bottom of the well.
Right.
And get you to the next thing. The beautiful thing is, as I go into my 19th season, what's it been? Maybe
19 years.
Thank you for that. Thank you for
19 years.
Thank you for 2 decades. Hallelujah. The bills are real.
Yes, sir.
So is that you're trying to balance between the main thing, right, which is what's on the floor.
Right.
Those 17 men, if we have our two-way players, that are trying to get it done so we can put another banner, a forever thing up in those rafters. you try not to get too far from that. But what we are doing are shows. We literally call them show meetings, have a good show.
Right.
I think Adam Silver says it best, that you can't forget this is entertainment.
Yes.
That we are trying to whittle entertainment dollars.
Yes.
Right? As we tape this, the Dolphins are doing well, right? The Canes are trying to find their way back to glory that's eluded them for, hello, somebody. We got some Canes over here. And the Panthers are coming off a great run.
Right.
The Marlins got to find their way back after they decide who's going to be their new manager. This town will only pay attention to you if you are winning.
That's it.
Right? Okay,
Yeah.
if you got these big old $7 million cribs.
Don't matter.
Right? The Atlantic Ocean, right? South America, Central America, and the Caribbean waiting for us. This is Europe's playground, America's playground. Like, come on, man. You want people to stop.
It's Miami.
And put down the Roman candles in the club with their champagne.
Yeah.
You better win. And the majority of the time, that's what we've been doing. And because of that, now I'm getting to the 25 to 30-year-old
Right.
who was, I can't do that math fast enough, but in their early teens, mid-teens, pre-teens, when I showed up, and now they're grown folks buying season tickets.
Yeah.
So
How
I
about
was
that?
that kid growing up in Ohio, loved my teams, but adored my broadcasters.
Right.
And then I figured
too.
out, but we knew what we were going to do.
Yeah, we
right?
knew it. Yeah.
So at about 16, I knew I was going to what I wanted to do. Right. I wanted to be a left fielder for the Cincinnati Reds. Some reality checks in quickly for most of us.
Right.
And then I was very fortunate, man. I had an instructional television program in my high school.
Right.
And wasn't fully aware. You know it's there, but you don't know. I think they're down there just playing the movies for English classes, but they're down there learning the craft.
Yeah.
Shooting, editing, performing. And I got to do that for 2 years. And then by the time I got to Bowling Green, I was already locked in and focused. So I knew full well that I wanted to be the Marty Brennaman for me, for somebody else someday, and that's starting to roll out.
For a lot of years, I thought you went to Syracuse.
No, went to Bowling
I know
Green.
Gus Johnson, who's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
I love Gus.
Yeah. Oh my
He's
God.
legendary.
Come on, one of the best.
I mean, and I love seeing brothers in broadcasting who have their own style.
Well, we have to.
And you got your own style, Jax.
Listen, it's a carnival, Barker. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Come on, man. It is time. Can I tell you the story behind that?
Yeah.
So it is time, and it's time to ball, y'all. Those are the two signature lines that I have before a game starts. I worked with Brent Musburger. Man, and it was such a wonderful experience. I know Brent has some troubled past in the 60s when he used to write about brothers in Chicago. I think he found his way. A lot of people, I think, if you give them an opportunity to evolve and remove themselves from a different
By
time.
the way, let me cut you off.
Yeah, no problem.
Brent was one of my heroes growing up.
Right.
Like there were a couple of them. Brent was one of my guys because he would go, "You're looking live at the Miami ManCave."
That was it. You're Looking Live.
Yeah.
Is really the birth. It's not. I don't want to personify this.
Right.
But that's what birthed.
That's what led to
It is time.
Right.
So the backstory on You're Looking Live is Brent. Not shockingly, and he's a man of chance, enjoys games of chances.
Right.
And for all his buddies in Vegas, they wanted to know when they were watching guys warming up live, or if it was some old stuff that they shouldn't even consider because they're about to wager.
Right.
And so he was literally hollering at people like, let them know that this segment is not on tape.
Right.
It's live. So anything that you see, back then, if it's Theismann warming up or Phil Simms warming up, or Steve Largent in the corner about to, run some patterns, that was legit if there were any questions. Remember, back then, no phones, no iPads, no internet. So whatever was happening,
NBA was on tape delay.
Come on, man. Let's not talk about those days.
We don't mean to age ourselves.
So I felt like I wanted to have a signature thing. It was like my second or third year to open pregame and then eventually the game itself. And then that second before the rock goes up in the air, it's time to ball you. I'm trying not to be, I know people will probably mistake this and think I'm saying Nipsey Hussle, but there was actually a comedian and rhymer from the 70s, Nipsey Russell. His entire comedic act, except when he was doing stand-up.
Right.
Particularly when he was on Match Game.
Right,
he was
right,
a
right,
contestant on that show. That show was nuts, by the way.
Yeah.
I think they were drinking whiskey and doing coke while they were in the studio doing a game show in the 70s. Anyway, whenever he was on,
you missed the show with Trick Daddy, man. I mean, I'm just saying.
Match Game or Hollywood Squares, Nipsey would give you a rhyme.
Right.
And so every now and then I try to throw one in.
No doubt, man. No doubt, man. Let me ask you something, man.
Yeah.
You've been around the Heat a long time.
19 years.
Yeah, 19 years, a long time, man. You've seen the ups and downs. What the hell is Heat culture? What is Heat culture?
It's simple, Jeff. It's just a way of doing something. It's a certainty of the way to do it. And I think Spo says it best. When you get stuck in results,
right,
that's when you can get too high and too low. I think that man's gift beyond anything else, even. Not flatline, even.
He never gets too high.
He knows when to pick his spots. You really try to get people's attention when they're having success.
Right.
They're in a good mood, open-minded. We don't do it where you're trying to beat them over the head and you lose their connection, communication-wise. But that's when you have their attention. When things aren't going well,
right,
you lift them up. You probably stay a little bit closer to the plan and the program. Maybe even break it back down and just do stuff from an elementary standpoint. As we tape this, we're about to go into training camp, 35th training camp for the Miami Heat. And they will elementary style it. Like, this is where your feet need to be for a screen. This is where the ball needs to be for a dribble handoff. This is the spacing we want for transition. Not to insult anybody, right? But this is the way we do it. And even when free agents come in, Pat Riley, Andy Ellisberg, Coach Spoelstra, Udonis, they all tell these cats the same thing. It's okay if you don't sign here, because this place is not for everybody.
It ain't for everybody.
You might have to sacrifice. Hello.
It ain't for everybody.
I mean, we ain't gonna hurt nobody, but it's just not for everybody.
It ain't for everybody. Real shit.
No, seriously. Like, you may have to sacrifice minutes.
Right.
You may have to sacrifice the marquee. You may have to sacrifice some money. When we were going through the big three, 4 years of that.
Get to those brothers, yeah.
Man, 3 dudes got all the money. 3 dudes had the marquee. So you had another group, as Udonis would call them, the Little 12.
Yeah.
That had to do the hardest. It's so easy to talk about. Sacrifice, it sounds honorable, it comes out simple. But man, when it's your cash and your money and your livelihood, your personal marketing, that stuff's not easy. Those brothers that played in that crew, that was a special
You know what
group.
I was wrong about?
Special group.
You know what I was really, really wrong about? And I had to tell Coach Spo to his face. I didn't think he was the one for the job.
He's only 4 years in at the time. You didn't have a lot.
I was like,
remember, like, think about that. When those guys showed up, that was season 4.
Right.
The beginning of
nobody had a crew like our crew. LeBron and D-Wade on the same
We're
team.
going to put Chris Bosh on that list.
And he's a superstar.
Hall of Fame, superstar.
Hall of Fame.
Word up.
But you had the 2 elite guys, a.k.a. best NBA players.
For the generation,
on the same team. Everybody hated us.
I didn't understand that, by the way, but more on that later. Go ahead.
Yeah.
What did you say to Spo? You apologized?
I did.
Did he appreciate it?
He was like, nah, I just want, he's like, keep it coming. That's what inspires me.
Yeah. He does. You know what?
He didn't take it personal, Jackson.
No.
But he was like, I'm glad you did that.
Again, I think I fathered my children through Spoisms. Like, I thought my father's voice would be the most poignant voice. May rest in peace. He died when we were winning in the January of '06, right before we won the title. And he's the tapestry of my life, the architect of my being. But he also comes from an era that's a little too rough for parenting in this era. So, if you're not gonna put your hands on somebody, you better have a doctorate. You better have a way that you talk to people. And that's another one of the Spo lines, man. It's not personal. It's basketball.
Yeah.
So how could you get upset if we're just talking about what we need from you to do what it takes to win? Like, if we can't have that conversation, then what are we doing?
I would have bet the mortgage that Riles was coming down.
Nah.
And I thought
but you remember the story.
Spo was going to have to spend some time with his family,
Bron tried it. He went upstairs and talked to Pat, and Pat sent him right back downstairs.
Yeah.
I'm done.
This ain't Cleveland.
Those days are over.
Yeah.
Yeah, this ain't Cleveland.
This ain't Cleveland. You know, LeBron ran shit in Cleveland.
You sound like Sam Weiss back in the day. You're going to have to roll it in for the young people. One time, the Browns, which is my team, were down in Cincinnati playing the Bengals, and they were throwing batteries down off the Browns
I remember
head.
that.
And Sam Weiss went and got the microphone and said, "You're not in Cleveland. You're not from Cleveland. Stop the shenanigans."
I remember that.
Off that.
I remember that. You know, and they started off 9-8, and then you know, we were on the radio at the time with 790 Tickets.
Sure.
And I was killing
Weren't
it.
we all?
Yeah,
I was right after you guys every day. Yeah.
And we were killing the heat, like, you know, this ain't working. We need Mike Krzyzewski.
Yeah, you guys.
I told
you were
Smo,
as impatient as those young men.
Yes, and I told Smo this to his face. And like, I don't know where I got the courage from, but you know, but I did tell him, and he just looked at me and he smiled and he laughed, you know, and he said, "I got it on tape." And he's like, "Hey, that's all right."
No, he
I wanted that.
He loves it. And here's the thing that's happening now. Fast forward, what, a decade plus 1 year.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about Brooklyn, right? If everybody's going to stay together. I don't know what to think about the Celtics. Like, it's just organizationally things are
that's
right. So you got Udoka, who's going to miss the whole season, a coach that's going to coach for the first time in his life at this level. You've got Gallinari, who they signed, blew his knee out in Eurobasket, and then we just find out that Robert Williams is going to start the year
months,
because we got to go back to that knee. So it's going to take their stars, Brown and Tatum, to elevate that. But then Philly, right? Miami. Milwaukee's going to start a little slow, not going to have Middleton. So you got to really think about that. But Washington's trying to push up. Atlanta's trying to push up. Hornets are trying to push up. The East is a bitch.
Yeah. And
am I allowed to say bitch?
Yeah. Hey man, this is a man game.
Some people might be at home going, Jax.
All right, man, this is Man Cave, the Miami ManCave. Jeff Fox. I'm in the house with my brother, Jason Jackson, man. We're going to throw it to DJ Shelly Rockstar, who's always on point.
Shelly over here trying to hurt people.
We're going to send a shout out to our sponsors. We'll be right back. This is the Miami ManCave.
My cup is empty.
More drinks. More drinks.
Hey everybody, what's going on? My name is Alex, aka Food Dude. Just came here to cater to food. Beautiful place, nice surroundings. Glad to be a part of it. We have a restaurant located in Miramar, 2600 South University Drive, Unit 111. We also have a food truck. Instagram is fooddude_LLC. Fresh Jerk Grill. Just come look us up. Come see what we got.
Thank y'all for having R&R Cigars at your event, man. This is great. Looking forward to doing a lot of great things with you guys. We got a lot of great product out here. We got the R&R 5-packs. We got the R&R barber poles. We got the Connecticut Toros. We out here, baby. Let's go. Let's do this. Any cigar lounge. We in 54 stores in South Florida, 24 stores in Georgia, 15 cities in 9 countries. Holla at your boy. Everybody that's anybody smokes R&R. Believe that. Listen, our website is rnrcigars.com. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, any social media platform. You can hit me directly. Y'all, if you ain't got my number, dial me, 954-549-3426. R&R Cigars is in the building, baby. This is what we do. This is what we love. And we in the man cave.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Miami Man Cave. And now I'm going to throw it back to our host, Mr. Jeff Fox.
Hey! Take it to the house. Take it to the house. Oh, we got to do this time, man. Jeff Fox, man, I'm back in the Miami Man Cave. My guest, of course, is none other than the voice, the radio voice of the Miami Heat, Jason Jackson.
Yes, sir.
Of course, newly appointed. I mean, your first year,
think
he
about
did
that. Yes.
pretty damn well.
So 2 years, coming into the second year.
Yeah.
And what a crazy story. So Mike Inglis, who had done it for 25 years, decides that's it. By the way, I think that's how I'm gonna do it.
He said, "Fuck it."
I think that's it. I'm out. We were. I'll tell you the story. This is a backstory. I might be telling you too much. I think I've earned the right.
Right.
Is that we were to come in to supply our next level of inoculation.
Right.
And we've gotten our next layer of.
I love Mike Inglis, by the way.
Oh, it's
good dude.
Awesome human being. That we got our, we got our shots, and we all had to come in on the same day.
Right.
And so Mike at the time had moved full time to Fort Myers, so every game was a road game for him.
Right.
But he was moving to that part of his life, and so he comes in, he lets everybody know. See ya.
Deuces, biatch.
So, but here's the beautiful thing about being a part of an organization that recognizes.
You are now tuned into the Miami ManCave Show.
Thank you. Thank you.
There it is.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
So the idea that he makes that call that late, because we were 2 weeks out
Right.
from the season starting. And the
Whoa,
beautiful thing
wait a
about-
minute. He pulled.
Dude, 2 weeks out. This is the week before media day
Oh.
last year. But here's what I love about the Miami Heat. This is the highest level. There have been a few times that I've called on the organization and called on the essence of family.
Yeah.
Like, this is what we talk about, Heat family, Heat culture. They've answered that call every time.
Every time.
This call was recognizing that you may have your answer right there in front of you.
Right.
12 hours after Mike retired, I got a call asking if I would want to do it. And it's such a unique thing because I'd spent my entire career at that point, almost 30 years, as a studio host,
Right.
and reporting. And I'd never called. I've called like a handful of games, but never every day.
Yeah.
And it was something I've always wanted to do. And let's be honest, man. Let's call it what it is. Play-by-play is 1, analyst is 2, reporter is 3.
Right.
I did not come out of my mama's womb trying to be anybody's number 3.
Right.
However, that was the role, and we were able to make it as grand as it was going to be, but it's still the third role.
Yeah.
So if someone says to you, hey, you want to be the number 1 guy?
Boom.
Here I come.
Out of nowhere.
Here I come. I don't run as fast as I used to.
Yeah.
But I went running to that thing.
I know that's
And
right.
they treated me right as it pertains to the elevation and of the position, and which is right on time when you got 2 kids in college.
Yeah.
And then I had to learn though.
Yeah.
Radio's a different animal, play-by-play wise, than television.
I listened.
Yeah.
I listened.
Yeah.
And I thought you did incredible.
I got better. That's the best way I'll put it. I got better every day because what happens is I started at first thinking I was an R&B singer.
Right.
Right? I was out there like, right corner, word up, right corner 3, splash,
Splash.
bam, down the middle, cram sandwich. And my boss, which was awesome. It was really good to hear from Michael McCullough,
Right.
African-American that's been a leader in this business from the league to the Kings to our organization for, almost 40 years now. I'm sorry to do it to you, boss.
Yeah.
That's what it is. My man just turned 60. He said to me, let big moments be big. And that's when I was like, brother, you say less.
Yeah.
Say less. And I came out of my skin. For any basket that was not just a general layup or a jumper, boy, you thought I was in church.
Yeah.
You thought I had caught sanctified on everything. And the thing that I had to be mindful of was the tempo. The tempo of today's game, when you have to identify, we call it floor geography. You have to, when someone's driving in their car or in their semi, or they're at the house, or they're at work and they're just listening on their phone or their iPad, they can't see anything.
Right.
So right, left, top, bottom, block, wing, corner, elbow, for all the cool kids, they know where the nail is.
Right.
Free throw line, timeline, it was just an explosion of just thought, which can slow you down in a game that is moving fast.
Yeah.
By the time we got to the playoffs, I felt like I really had the tempo down.
Yeah, you were driving the car, man.
I had both
You
hands
driving
on
the car.
wheel.
Yeah.
10 and 2.
And you were flowing.
Come on, man.
You know,
Appreciate you.
One thing I thought about a lot and the way the season ended a year ago.
Can we talk about it? Can we talk about it for a second?
Yeah.
No. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
For every Heat fan, and I'm not going to say that's foolish. You got too much 50 in me, man. Because I'm about to call people by name. If you don't want your best player,
right,
your highly compensated employee, trying to win the game, I don't want to know you. I don't want to know you. That whole concept of Jimmy should have drove and got a layup and tied it. Jimmy had played every minute of the game.
Yes.
And can I tell you something that I should be ashamed of? I didn't know until that second.
Really?
So when you hear a player say, I wasn't aware I had 10 rebounds or that I had 30 points or I had 12 assists.
Right, that shit is real.
That was the first time in my entire career I was like, well, that actually can happen. You just get lost in it. Right? So he comes down in the 47th minute and they drop the entire defense and Al Horford drops back waiting for him to drive and he pulls up. I'm like, I put my hand up from the 30th row.
In anticipation.
I put my hand up for 3. Right wing. And it's off. That whole thing.
And that hurt, man.
But I'm so glad that he took it. If he took it because he was tired, if he took it because of his ego, if he took it because of pride, if he took it because he just wanted to win, I don't care which box you check. I'm glad he took it.
I'd be remiss, bro, if I don't ask you about this player who's about to go into his 20th season with the Miami Heat. As a matter of fact, I was hoping we can get him here today.
Yes.
Well, we gonna get you, UD.
Eventually.
Udonis Haslem. Udonis Haslem. Born and raised in the county of Dade.
But lives in Southwest Ranches. So let's not act like he doesn't have a Broward vibe. I'm gonna put him out. We got the No, he was not. He was not, but I just want to make it plain.
I don't know if you are aware.
I'm aware of everything.
But UD played some Tupac at his wedding reception. That's gangster.
I should have been invited. I was not. That is breaking news. There is nothing better, right, for me. It's 19 seasons of Barry Larkin with the Cincinnati Reds. It's admiring how long Dan Marino played in this barbaric, kind of Neanderthal gladiator game. Watching what LeBron's doing from the same class, by the way, class of 03. To play 20 years, man, you have now put in the same spot, right? So it's not just that you've bounced around, and UT could have, right? Could have bounced out, gone to 3 different places, if I'm not mistaken, and made a boatload of cash. He still made a great deal of financial success and generational wealth, but he also can feel good about that the team that he saw established as a kid, that he rooted for, that he went to Florida, tried to come back, they said, no, fix your body. Go change your entire metaphysical makeup. Goes to Europe and does that, comes back and becomes the starting forward for the first championship team of the team of his youth, man.
Great defensive effort, man.
Come on, man.
On of course, the German. What's his
name? Yeah, on
Dirk
Nowitzki. Come on, man. Or as I like to call him, Dirk Diggler. Nowitzki. A bright, shining star.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, for all the Boogie Nights fans, one time. One time. Shelly's nasty. Shelly's nasty, I know now.
Shelly, I know she giving us hints because we got to wrap it up. But I got to ask you some more questions.
Go ahead.
I got to ask
you. All right,
you've been around long enough.
They'll edit it out.
Last week, I hit up Tim Hardaway, who just got inducted.
Fix your mouth.
Into the Miami in the Hall of Fame.
Nate Smith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame,
man.
Tim Hardaway Sr.
Yes, sir.
Come on now.
One of the most clutch players.
Come on.
I ever
They call him Bigs.
Big time moments, he lives for those.
That's it.
Eats pressure, ice water in his veins.
Come on, man. Before they even pointed at their veins.
Give me a top 5 Miami Heat all-time players.
You want to you have to do it by position?
I don't care what just top 5 players.
Okay, done. All right.
It's top from the bottom.
I want one old school one. So I'm gonna screw myself out of a new school guy because I refuse not to put Glenn Rice in. So I'm going to put G Money in. Thank you very much. Dwayne Wade.
Wait. Where does Wade rank?
No, I'm not doing by number.
Yes, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Dwayne is
5, 4, 3.
So I'm going to go Glenn Rice, 5.
Number 5.
Because of their time. This is the only reason why I'm putting them a little lower.
Right.
All right. Is that we only had 3.5 years of Shaq, 4 years of LeBron. I got 2 left now, right?
I don't know if Shaq and LeBron would count. They were like hired guns.
3 and 4, but they still were. Come on, man. They're all-time greats.
All-time Miami Heat top
And they
5.
played for us, right? So I got to put them in. So now Glenn's out, right? I got to take Glenn out.
Right.
Because there's 2 guys that I will pay homage to until the end of time. Because the establishment of the Miami Heat as a serious franchise with the capability of
To win a
moving to
championship.
titles.
Yep.
Alonzo Mourning and Tim Hardaway.
There you go. I agree. It started with them, the Road Warriors.
So how about that's not a bad team, by the way?
Not at all.
Actually, I think I did a decent team.
No, I thought they could beat the
Zone's going to have to
Bulls.
play the 4, but I did a decent team of Tim at the point, Dwayne at the 2, who's a 3, LeBron, the 4 is Zoe, which is weird, and Shaquille is the 5. I'd take that team would beat anybody's ass.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah, legendary.
Come on,
legendary. You got it right here in the Miami Man Cave, man. You know what it is. Before we get out of here, your outlook for this year is wide open in the East.
It is, but we were the number 1 seed.
We were.
Missed the finals by 11 seconds.
Yeah.
Come get us. I'm so glad nobody's talking about us.
So goddamn arrogant.
No, I am. Absolutely.
You.
Absolutely.
Like-
And my Miami Heat ring finger is just, I need one more.
I get it.
Number 4. I need number 4. No, I love when people start, what about Brooklyn and Boston and Philly and blah, blah. Okay, cool. But when you just take a second and look back, who was the number 1 seed? Who missed the finals this far to the left? And nothing is changing about the team.
Right.
You know, okay, PJ, see you in Philly. Got you. Understand. Markeith, it was nice knowing you. But for the essential products, the pieces that are necessary, they're all back. And they may have different responsibilities.
Tyler Hero.
6 man of the year might be in the first 5.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on that.
He might be a starter.
Keep an eye on that. Victor Oladipo in a full season.
Right.
Full regular season without any pain coming in. People forget that.
Forget about it. They overlook that.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
So here's what I got. Another 50-win season. Top 3 seed. I don't care about 1. It doesn't always work. So I'll say top 3, home court advantage. Back to the Eastern Conference Finals. And I'm done talking.
Jax. We're gonna wrap.
I want to bust out of my shirt right now.
I
want to come out of my.
When I get together with this brother, it's like the family reunion. You know, it's like motherfuckers.
They're gonna
stay
have
up
to
till like
edit
12
half this
o'clock. You
conversation
can't stop
out.
talking.
The young kids don't watch stuff this long.
Right, but listen. When it
And if
gets
Rob
down,
blows one more plume at me,
Yeah!
I'm gonna fire up right here. I'm gonna fire. Where's my cigar? Where's my cigar?
it's somewhere around here. All right,
Let's go.
But listen,
Yes.
in the NBA, it comes down to superstars in the playoffs.
It does.
I felt like Jimmy did everything he could.
You think?
Yeah.
You think?
Left it all on the floor.
Yeah.
Do we have enough superstars, or do we need to make a trade?
I can't wait to see the next level of Bam Adebayo. There's another level. Does that include the 3, or is it just a little more offense?
I watched him in summer
One of
league.
the great.
I saw some shit.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see where that is. And again, I think you put another 20 points in the first 5.
Yeah.
With Tyler, possibly. That's not my responsibility. And if he goes there, you feel good that Oladipo is in that second group to lead whomever's in that space with Dedmon and Gabe Vincent, and however deep Spo wants to go. Keep an eye on Duncan. Keep an eye on Duncan Robinson.
Yeah.
The only issue for Duncan Robinson is that Duncan is Duncan's measure.
Yeah.
That's it. The 3 greatest three-point shooting seasons in the history of the Miami Heat, Duncan Robinson, Duncan Robinson, Duncan Robinson. Duncan, it's okay. It's all right. Right?
Just keep shooting.
Brother, defend and knock down a 3, and I'll see you in June.
Woo! There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Miami Heat legend, the voice of the Miami Heat. You hear him all the time. 560 WQAM, the new home of the Miami Heat.
My dude.
And make sure you keep tuning in all season long. You heard it first right here at the Man Cave. Chef Fox and my man
dude.
Jason Jackson.
Let's eat!
I appreciate you, man.
See everybody eat.
I appreciate you.
With the heat.